Nabi, the birth anniversary of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, celebrated by Muslims throughout the world. It's a pleasure this national holiday to be talking to Maulana Syed Mohammed Tasdeeq of Bangalore, India. He's been in Guyana for about 6 years, and as I said earlier, it's a delight to have him so that we can understand what Youman-Nabi is all about and what's the difference between the other holidays.
Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. First of all, I want to congratulate all the Muslims of the world, especially Muslims in Guyana, who are celebrating the Youman-Nabi, the birth anniversary of our noble Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who is the seal of the prophets, the final prophet. There is no prophet after him. So all Muslims submit, Muslim name itself meaning the one who submit totally to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is the messenger who came with the message of God through the book called Quran. So it's pleasure for me to be here in Guyana today, our Guyana radio. So
The program is called A Better World.
Better World.
Yes.
Okay. So I use this opportunity to congratulate all my Muslim brothers and sisters, and also non-Muslim brothers and sisters, because I have been observed in Guyana that even non-Muslims, Christians, Hindus, Rastafarians, Baha'is, all those people here, they celebrate each other's festivals.
Yes, we do.
And that is the best country I ever saw in this regard, especially. If you go in some other countries, like in Middle East or in even India and Pakistan, it's hardly you will see. I'm not denying that completely they don't come, but hardly people come to celebrate each other's festivals. But here, almost people celebrate each other's festivals. So we need to keep it up to strengthen our brotherhood. So all are celebrating the Youman-Nabi festival, the birth anniversary of our noble Prophet, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wasallam.
Okay.
So you asked me about the difference between this Eid
Yes.
and two other Eids, which are the most famous Eids in the Islamic world. The first Eid is Eid-ul-Fitr, which is the end of the month of Ramadan. After the month of Ramadan, the first day of the next month, which is Shawwal. So entire Muslims in the world, they celebrate the Eid-ul-Fitr. It's a thanksgiving to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who bless to all Muslims, those who can able to enjoy being in the month of Ramadan, the holy month, fasting, giving in charity, and reciting Quran and worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the other Eid is the Eidul Adha, which is the 10th of the last month of the lunar calendar. 10th day of last month of the lunar calendar. Those who are blessed with Allah by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they will go to Mecca, they visit Mecca and perform pilgrimage. And those who are not there, they sacrifice here, wherever they are, and by this way they pray and they listen to the Maulanas and Majis here and the scholars, and they by this way they celebrate the Eidul Adha. The difference is that two Eid are the prescribed Eids, the festivals in which we have a special prayer, a special things to do. That is a prescribed things. We cannot add and we cannot change it.
Okay.
But this Eid is something we will show the love towards our final messenger, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and it is something honoring Rasulullah. So this is not prescribed Eid, but the Muslims will celebrate it to show the love to their messenger, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Okay. So would you say?
So we no need to do anything particular here. Normally people go to the centers and masjids and they recite the Holy Quran and they interpret the Quran, they talk about the Quran, and also they talk about Rasulullah, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and also they talk about his lifestyle and they try to emulate and they try to follow his footsteps, and also it's a kind of a spiritual awakening, as well as in our cleaning our inner self and reforming our society. So that's the best thing. And also in here, especially those who are from Indian background, they chant the qasida, meaning like sometimes you will listen from this radio, and you will during this program, definitely our
and there are some
listeners, they will qasidas. Yeah, competitions also.
Yes.
We have that qasida is actually in Urdu language. Normally here we recite. Also we have in Arabic, in other languages too. But normally here we chant the qasida in Urdu language. Normally in honor of Rasulullah, talking about Rasulullah, his lifestyle, his wisdom words, his teachings, and all those things.
Okay. Perhaps we can talk a little bit about his lifestyle, Muhammad's lifestyle, and what's so significant about the way he lived.
Okay. Let me put it in this way, that Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam born at Mecca in 570 AD, and he was a trader in his 20s, and he recognized as trustworthy among all Arabs. Even enemies used to recognize him as a trustworthy and truthful. People used to bring...
No short-changing or anything like that when he was trading.
No, people recognize that he is the one who can rely upon.
Okay.
So that's why most of the people, even enemies of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, they used to bring their trust to keep those trusts. Those days we had no banks and no proper that system set up. Yeah. So it was a tribal community.
You had to take
in fact.
A man's word.
Yeah. So he was the one who able to establish such a character in that Arabia. Arabia, if you go back to the history, the paganism, the people who used to, we can call them barbaric. They used to bury their daughters alive, just thinking that daughter is something insulting, as daughter is something as an insult to a man. So we should not keep the daughters. So they used to bury daughters alive. In that society, Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam born, and he was able to show the character, portray the character, and people used to call him trustworthy, people used to call him truthful. And he married to a richest woman and the pious woman in that area, in Arabia, in Mecca, called Lady Khadija, Salamullahi alayha. And he was doing trade out of his investment, the capital, in fact, given by her. And while she observed the character of this man, she proposed.
Interesting.
And, yes. And then he asked the Uncle Abu Talib, his uncle, on behalf of him, and uncle of Lady Khadija, on behalf of Lady Khadija. They arranged this marriage. And it's very interesting that our noble Prophet was just 25 years of age, and Lady Khadija was 40.
You gotta be kidding us. Listeners, I'm sure you're enjoying this, but we're gonna take a break for some music. Salawatun, 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 salawat, salawat ala Muhammad, salawat, salawat ala Muhammad.
Ya Habibi, Ya Rasuli, O beloved, seal of prophets, you are the guide to reach Allah, the chosen one, Al-Mustafa.
Ya Habibi, Ya Rasuli, O beloved, seal of prophets, you are the guide to reach Allah, the chosen one, Al-Mustafa. You are the guide to reach Allah, the chosen one, Al-Mustafa.